There may be some confusion. The spring courses that I'm offering. You can listen the courses from others, other instructors, those who are teaching that. But I'm teaching in the spring semester 505 and 555 at least, two graduate courses. 505, I know some of you already took, but if you need refresh, particularly the Python portion, those who already took from me are allowed to come again. But once you come, then you have to consistently come. Only for the first 5 weeks where we deal with Python. Okay? You do not have to come for Python for networking, Python for database or operating systems. But Python itself, it should be, you have to know it. I mean, those who do not have any other particular language very fluently, I strongly recommend you to come. Okay, refresh yourself, and course materials has been improved a lot because I wrote a textbook. I mean, it's simply a manuscript, but it is not printed yet. Okay, I mean officially, but I'll give you a print version also. Although I do not give you full version of my text, full version of my text, Python, I think it is one of the best. Because it covers a lot of financial issues, which we didn't do, right? Last time it wasn't true from me. What else that I added? Some security issues I did that, right? Yeah, those are added. Okay. Let me see. Is it being recorded or? All right, it's being recorded. That's fine. Another. Let me finish my mechanical announcement first. Midterm exam. I gave you 3 time slots, possible time slots. If you any, I mean, each one has different issue, but if you have any restriction, strong restriction, and show to me your restriction, then I may do so. For example, somebody has religious issues, therefore I made 3. But who knows? Some religion do not allow you to do those 3 time slots. I do not know if there is any religion like that. But I avoid those who go to church. So Sunday morning is not there. Friday afternoon is not there. I try to remove potential problems. So only 2 time slots on Saturday and 1 time slot on Sunday. The way that you can take is that you can free to decide and come in and take. Once you come in, because there is a timestamp, you have to finish it. It is not allowed. You come in and then come back again in another time slots, then it is treated as cheating. Okay. Oh, early Saturday morning? That kind of restriction. Tell me why. Huh? Anybody has any issue? For example, you already decided to take Saturday around noontime. Therefore, if we shift that time slots a little earlier, so what time do you think you can start? 9 o'clock? 7 o'clock? 5 o'clock? Yeah, Saturday 11 to 2 time slots. How many of you chose that time slots? And how many of you, if we move 2 3 hours earlier, cause you a problem? So can you take it then Saturday evening? Yeah, 9 to 12. Correct. Or Sunday, Sunday what time? 1 to 4? Sunday, yeah. There's no way, no way. Yeah. Because I cannot count, for example. Oh, this guy together. Is it a problem? Again, our father Abu. We need to resolve that anyway. One more time slot? Friday will work. I mean, those guys, you don't have to worry about those guys who already decided for Saturday noon time. Only for you. Friday. Huh? Original plan? Yeah. You don't have to. You can come here or you can go somewhere. Don't try to do that on your cell phone. The best way that you can do to avoid any potential network issues, you better to come the library or somewhere on this campus. Then you will have a stable connection. Yeah, stable connection to our blackboard. Open book or anything you can, but do not discuss with your friends. Okay, that is the second. Third one. I'm going to remind you. Uh, we have a cyber skill competition, right? Yesterday I talked to the sponsor, um, and uh, they are willing to sponsor our uh, cyber skill competition. I mean, monetary wise. So more prize will be. We didn't decide. But I asked a lot bigger money than last time, but uh, they will decide. Okay. So I want all of you participate in that contest. What is the benefit of that contest? If you are the winner of that, not necessarily first place, but second or third, then you can use that product, that demonstrable to wherever you would like to go. And also in the department, we can officially, uh, on behalf of you, sell your products, which means sell you to corporates and federals. So if they ask, first people that we can pick is from there, right? We can tell them, hey, we have a contest winner, and they are doing this and that and such things. We can explain to them, and then they can buy you. Okay, so You don't have to form the team only among yourself here at Mercy. What I strongly recommend you to is to bring someone from outside, someone you think they are really good to this competition, but you should be uh, one of the team members. There should be at least one Mercy students. Okay. There's no limit, no nothing. How many people in a team? There's no limit. No limit. Anything about? Okay. Um, First few weeks, we'll gather together and ask you to uh, propose the work that you want to work. Sometimes I can make a judgment. Oh, that is too light, or that is too difficult, so that you cannot finish it, or that is so meaningful, or that is something our federal governments are looking for. So it can be tuned. Okay, anything about cyber attack, cyber defense, virus program that you want to generate, or as far as it is not physical threats, that'll be okay. Okay. Other than physical threats, cyber threats that you could make, or cyber defense uh, will be uh, a interesting topic. Okay. Question? Okay, so back to that issue. I am thinking of, for example, 505 and 555. Last spring, what we did is that 1 week at Manhattan and 1 week Dobbs Ferry. So those who cannot make Manhattan or Dobbs Ferry desperately, definitely, then you can stay here only. So at 1 week, you can participate the face-to-face classroom. At another week, you can get on the online. And at any points, if you have any questions, you can still, because we meet every other week at one location. So you're not completely out to online. You are not completely in face-to-face. Of course, you can be completely in face-to-face if you follow me at 1 week here in Dobbsbury and another week Manhattan. Okay, but you don't have to do completely online so that you don't see me completely while I am over there, you are here, and vice versa. There is I think some voucher, right? It's not voucher. Some pre-agreed parking space, but I think you have to pay at least $15. Well, $15. So those who wants to drive can park and get that discount coupon. I've used a couple of times and pay I think $12 in Midtown, which is a lot cheaper than regular rate, right? Regularly you have to pay, especially for Friday evening, Friday, yeah, then you have to pay $30 or $40, right? But 12 or $15 is pretty good. And also you can stay there as long as you want within, I don't know, time frame, but No, no, no. I mean, if you register face to face, then you can follow me, or you can see me every other week. But all the materials remains the same. Manhattan, and then you can correct. Yeah. We have three sections, right? One in Bronx, one in Duxbury, and one online. Um, didn't decide. Possibly, I may take one. If not, buy all someone else. Didn't decide yet. Right. We're now staffing. Yeah. I didn't sign up any, but will be. Yeah. Correct. Any other question? Any other mechanical questions? Gaji, do you have any question to me? Not to your friends? 550 intrusion detection. Yeah. Mercy College strongly recommend you to take any classes at Bronx. Bronx campus usually is a good campus. If you live, it's a far to you, right? Those who can access the Bronx campus very easily, easier than here in Duxbury. Uh, yeah, take Bronx class. I think Manhattan is good. From my reasoning. It is accessible from anywhere. I know we have some students from Brooklyn. Okay. Okay. So let's move on to our. This is a formally last lecture before your midterm. Midterm covers till. I know. We have no. Next week is the. What did I say? That's my fault. 21st before Thanksgiving. David, can you switch to position? Don't make our students confused. David made strong address. Oh, did I say that? Who did that? Why? Maybe God did that. So I cannot disobey. Yeah. Okay, let's stick to whatever I made on us. I think my original plan. Oh, I didn't know why I put that there. So we have a long weekend. So that week and then Thanksgiving week. So we meet next week, and then the following meeting is in December. We'll meet next week, and the following week after that is in December, after Thanksgiving.
The test is the 21st, 21 and 22nd.
Yeah, we have no class here.
No.
26th is no class on 19th,
Exactly.
and there is no 26th no class. Thanksgiving, so which is December 3rd.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. Don't be confused. This is a schedule from this time. Today we will cover this wireless cellular network for security and cell encryption, and next week then we will jump to uh, review and 802.15.some. Okay, and then a little bit of Arduino. I'm going to start our 10 nights stuffs. The parts that I ordered, uh, we just ordered. If I order it by myself, we can get it a lot quicker. But school policy is that they want to make an order. I do not know why, but that's what happened. So I placed an order, and I don't think they already that purchase agreement, but they will do maybe hopefully tomorrow. Then it'll take maybe 2 weeks to come. Okay, so which means so before Thanksgiving it may come. Then during Thanksgiving I'll do a little bit of preparation for you to work. This time we will have a very, very, very interesting tech nights. Okay, I ordered uh, 10 sets, 10 pairs of Norwegian radio frequency transceiver. So data can communicate wirelessly with that device, that antenna, like 100 meter. And I also purchased about 10 other stuffs. It can communicate 1,000 meter, 1 kilometer. Anybody live within 1 kilometer boundaries except Pamela? So we can send Pamela at her dormitory and we can communicate. That is a very, very uh, healthy the, the communication range. Okay, so we could do that. That is for transceiver. So we will have two types of transceiver. And then, as I said last time, GPRS, GPRS, General Packet Radio Services, we can emulate, well, it's not really emulate, real smartphone cell communications. So your cell phone can talk to the Arduino generated GPRS system. Of course, it should have a SIM card. So those who wants to work that as a team, you need to purchase a SIM card. Department does not provide you SIM card because that is general SIM card. So you can buy prepaid SIM card. Kaji, do you know how much the cheapest prepaid SIM card? How much is it? Oh, about 5. Oh, where's my water? $5. Wow. Yeah, T-Mobile. T-Mobile wants is okay. So how can you buy it? Just walk in and buy it? Okay. So we'll have that. So my lecture will continue to next week. Accidentally. That's okay. All right. So this is another encryption technique. I want you to notice the wireless Wi-Fi also. The encryption technique, the most important and also key issue for secure encryption is to generate keys. It's not algorithm itself. Other encryption techniques or cryptographies is all it can be secured by algorithm. But it's not the case here, Wi-Fi and cell phones. We cannot run very complicated encryption algorithms on your cell phone, on your Wi-Fi. Encryption technique is very, very simple. What is it? Simple bitwise operation. XOR. You know that? Yeah, exclusive OR operators. That is only the operation that we apply. So the most important thing for Wi-Fi and cell communication is the generation of a key. There's big difference, right? In regular encryption algorithm itself is very strong and also password, but password is stable. So one time you set password, it remains until you change, right? So our team, what is the team name, Pamela? Okay, Pamela's team. What they did is that they break in the password. But here, Wi-Fi and cell encryption, key keep changing. Key continually generated. Our Wi-Fi RC4 algorithm is continually changes, right? Remember that some arithmetic and loop, Jessica. So she learned some algebraic expression and computation, and David already knows. So that type of things. So those algorithms are the algorithms generating key. Those are not algorithms for encryption. Okay. This time we'll look at also different mechanisms that can generate the keys. As far as they share a little bit of seed algorithm, seed something, then they keep generating same keys, so that when my device, cell phone, encrypts, and then receiver can receive it and decrypt it. All right, so let's move on. Okay. Cellular is always wireless. I don't know why I put cellular while wireless cellular network here. What happens? Oh, this guy is okay. Or is it the first? I think this is the first one. We have three components, three players: mobile station, which is your cell phone, and then visited network, where you want to access, like cell through the cell tower, and then this is a home network, where you originally have all of you about your information, right? For example, your home network is here in Westchester, and now you are visiting somewhere in Washington, D.C., and mobile station is yours. You carry that, and you call from there. Then IMSI, TMSI, TM is a temporary, what is an MSI? Some identifier, right? Let me see. I put here. Yeah, International Mobile Subscriber Identifier. IMSI means International Mobile Subscriber ID. So UID. Or temporarily assigned mobile subscriber ID. So that is given from your smartphone to the visitor network. So visitor network has also their own a database of identifiers. If they do not have that, then because they know where their home is, so send it to their home. Then their home runs two algorithms, A3 and A8. Those two algorithms are not going to discuss today or forever, because this is the algorithm developed. That is the assets of the company. If a company releases that algorithm, what happens? Everybody knows that, right? That's a top secret. That is the most important asset of, for example, Verizon or AT&T. What we will do is, there's another algorithm. This A5 algorithm. That's what we are going to look at. So this guy generates some keys and some something, yeah. So this and that together, and what is R? Let's find out. R is a random number, right? And S is signed result. Okay, random number, and so random number generated by random number is given right here, and then this is a seed key. So by having seed key and random number, if this guy applied to the algorithm called A8, then it generates another cipher of the key. And then see here, signed result, whatever that. So signed result. So this and this triple data sets are returned to this visited network, and this visited network will return this random number only. Okay, random number only. And then the seed key, because they already agreed, initially seed key and this random number is entered to the same algorithm, A8 and A3. Then from this, signed result is generated. So this signed result, and then signed result received from the home and check at the visited network. If they are the same, from that time, this guy allow him to, services provided to that mobile phones. So this A8 and A3 algorithms is for authentication. So make sure that, that guy is the guy that I can give my service. Okay. Once you are authenticated, after that, then this A5 algorithm is running. So from your device, by running A5 algorithm, you keep generating the key, and using that key, you can make a cipher very quickly by doing exclusive OR operator. Usually, exclusive OR operator, this is a bitwise operator. Bitwise operator. Bitwise operator. The time for bitwise operation is almost like light speed. Okay, it's always negligible. There's no data fetch time. Usually, when you run a program to deal with some data, then uh, reason for taking time is data fetch and data flush. Another still minor time elapsed, but still that is not negligible. Is on uh, the arithmetic operation. But bitwise operation is a lot faster than those all other factors. Therefore, overall computation is almost negligible. Sometimes Google search engines gives you quick response, although you understand there is some network time for network communication, but still very fast. It's because it's a bitwise operation. Almost nothing. Okay, once you request, quick. One of my early journal paper was written about bitwise authentication and authorization mechanism. It's very, very fast. Always the state, I mean, it's a constant time, constant. Doesn't matter the size of data that you have. So there is a legend. Ciphering key can be obtained from the algorithm A8, which has a random number and some secret key, right? This can be used, this secret key can be any, maybe your cell phone number or um, the secret code that you defined earlier that is also stored at the home site of your cell phone. Therefore, they use the same, this and this. Okay. So it is not, we do not know which one they are really using, but could be any, as far as there remains the same. So here you have your cell phone number. Of course, you have your cell phone number here, or passcode that you set, and here and there. Question, Pamela? Which key? This? These are always it's not always the same. Or if, right, if you change your passcode, then it is registered over the other side, your home network, right? Your home number, I mean, cell phone number remains the same, I think. Right? So, but anyway, that is a shared key between your home network and mobile station, your device. So that is being used here. And if your home site use random number and that key to apply this algorithm A3, then it generates another signed result. So you have all the random number that and signed the result and then cipher. And by having this S that is generated from your device and that is generated from home station and compare home station and then send it to your visitor location wherever you are. If you are at the home station, then that's fine, right? So those two S ciphered, I mean signed the result compared. That's the authentication process. After authenticate, then you can now generate the key using this A5. So A5 is a ciphering algorithm, but more strictly speaking, A5 is the algorithm to generate the key. It keep generating key, and once we know the key, then encryption and decryption is straightforward because we simply use this exclusive OR. Okay, so with that, A3 algorithm, for example, here, briefly speaking, it has a random number and key and generate some signed result, SRES, signed result. Okay, what is the algorithm of this? There's a question mark, black box. And A8, still, this is a black box, but input is the same as before for A3 to generate a signed result, but in this case, cipher key. Okay. So both A3 and A8 algorithms are implemented on the same operator can decide and which algorithm to use. Algorithms implementation is independent of hardware manufacturers and network operators. It is not released. That is their asset. Oh yeah, hard coded, right? So it is not right. And logical implementation of we already looked at that, right? And now A8 to generate a key. Here is an algorithm. So we'll look at this algorithm. KC, this is cipher key. From this algorithm A8, and then a random number. And then there is a ciphering sequence, which means there is a key. This is a key. But sequence, we have key 1, K1, K2, and K3. Yeah, it keeps generating. And then we have a sequence of the text or message data that we want to send. So this is also what is that? Data keep coming in and going out. It is called streaming. So we have streaming data. Why? Because we keep sending SMS, text, or we keep saying something, or receiving some web pages or whatever, right? There's all streaming data. Accordingly, we have streaming keys. Keys are generated. So pair this data set, for example, D1 and key K1, and we apply exclusive OR, simple operation, and it generates a ciphertext sequence. At another side, let's say if this is your device, your cell phone, and this is your home site. So KC generate, it should be generated the same K1 and K2 and K3. Generate the same thing, and then using the exclusive OR, and then you can have original text sequence very quickly. This operation is very quick, and that operation is also very, very quick. Everything here, this operation is running on the device. We call that register, like a memory register. Your cell phone register generates this. This is something you type, and this operation is almost negligible. So it keeps sending out. There's no delay time.
How can the receiver processor know the key? Because when we generated the key at the sounding station, we used a random 128 bits number. And if the receiving station doesn't have that random number, how would they formulate the key unless it's symmetric and it's the same key for everybody?
See here, random number is given.
Yeah,
random number is shared, right?
It's shared or not?
Random number is from here, there, and from here, there. Basically, therefore generates this random number. See here, home network, random numbers all the way here.
So it's symmetric, in other words.
It is symmetric. It's a symmetric key. The same key to encrypt and same key to decrypt. That's what this guy says. Asymmetric, that's a good idea, but in this real time and streaming data, there's another, you may have some delay then. Every time you have to send the keys. In this case, we do not have to send the keys. If you send the keys, then maybe somebody tap it and then yeah, copy the key. Olivia, Jessica was almost crying because the rest of us are so delighted. So this is a basic idea. You understand how cell phone encryption mechanisms are going? It's reasonable, and this is very straightforward as far as we deal with the A5. A5 will be covered. So A5 is a real core part of the algorithm that we are going to learn today. Okay, A5 algorithm. A5 is a streaming cipher implemented very efficiently on hardware, because we are talking about registry, all, for example. Design was never made public, but still we know that leaked to Ross Anderson and Bruce Schneider. Therefore, we now know it has different versions: A51 and A52 and 3. A51 is a strong version, A52 weak version, A53 GSM Association Security Group and 3GPP design, and based on Kashimi algorithm used in G3 mobile systems. So how's the algorithm going? GSM phone conversations sequence of frames. So it could be conversation, your voice data, or could be your alphanumeric data, anything. So we consider block by block. at one time we deal with 228 bits. 228 bits. It's like packets. 228. Okay. You know that GPRS service is the first device that we offer packet-based data transmission. So this is a packet, block by block. We call here frame, okay? 228 bits. And then cipher generates also 228 bits. Same size of bits, so that we can quickly encrypt it. Bitwise operation. Only zeros and ones, right? Quickly we know cipher. So this is the key. This A5 having this KC, whatever that is, and also random number R, it generates key 1 bit at a time. 1 bit at a time. So wait for 228 bits in this buffer. So key buffer. This A5 generates 1 bit at a time. As far as we have 228 bits, then with that 228 bits of key to be applied to this bitwise operation to encrypt the data here. This is data. Okay. So how come we say that is hardware-based implementation? We use LFSR, which means linear feedback shift register. So linear feedback shift register. Linear feedback shift register, we use actually 3 registers, 3 LFSR register, but each has n bits. Not all 3 registers have to be the same size, different. So n bit, let's say 30 bits. Then there are 2 to the power 30 minus 1 internal states. Why minus 1? I explained that here. It exclude all zeros. So all states here is zeros and ones. So maximum period is 2 to the power n minus 1 states. So LFSR keep changing each bits. How many different states? 2 to the power n minus 1 states of one linear feedback shift registers. 1. But we use 3 of those. No, 2 to the power 1. Why 2? Because that's the binary code.
Right, no, but I'm saying that the notation should be 2 to the power, parentheses, n minus 1, not 2 to the power n, and then the whole thing minus 1.
Whole thing minus 1. Whole thing minus 1. It accepts only 1 states. Exclude 1 states. For example, if we have 8 bits, you can have any numbers here, ones and zeros, but we do not include all 0 case. this is only one case. All others here in this case 2 to the power n. In this case 2 to the power 8 minus 1, then 255, right? But this bit is very, n could be very high. It depending upon the implementation. It is the concept, the theory behind this is primitive polynomial. Yeah, primitive polynomial is a well-known polynomial expression. All mathematicians know. I thought this is the computer scientist invention, but when I showed this to Sanju, who is my office mate, right? And she said, "Oh, primitive polynomial, we know that." So I asked her, "Can you implement it?" She said, "No, I don't know how to implement it, but I know the theory."
She knows what it is, but
Right. So implementation is simple. Where's the implementer? Where did he go? The guy. Bathroom? Okay. So idea is this. Let's take a look first. Yeah, here. This is example of polynomials. Okay. If we use this polynomial, x to the power 12 plus x to the power 6 plus x to the power 4 plus x plus 1. This is typical polynomial, right? Right, Jessica? Yes. So, so according to this polynomial, we can build register. This register, here index subscript is nothing but the superscript here. 1 means x to the power 0, right? And this is x to the power 1. And x to the power 2, x to the power 3, they are missing. We don't have to worry about because we don't care, right? So we don't care. Oh, here. So what happens here is that this is not really the case, right? It is. Yeah, it is the really case, right? Right. We do not care about constant, but all above. And therefore, it counts from this x0 and x1, x2, and x3 represents this. x2 and x1 is missing, and x0 means it's counted from real term, real x term, not the constant term, x term. So x term is a set, b0. b1 and b2 means in this case x to the power 1 and x to the power 2. There's a missing. And x to the power 3, which is x to the power 4 here. And in this way, we set bit number 0, bit number 3, bit number 5, and bit number 11, which is 1 lower than this superscript. Okay. Here, that, and this, that. So this slide explains how polynomials can be implemented in the registry. Register. Okay. So if we use 64 bits, then 64 bits can be split into 3 registers. So first register use 19 bits, second register use 22 bits, third register use 23. Therefore, all together, if you add them, then that is 64 bits. If you use 122 bits, then we can increase this. But anyway, let's assume that we use 64 bits. To make 64 bits, if we choose primitive polynomials in this way, then tap the bits, which means the bit to set to 1 is bit 18, which is for this, bit 17, which is for this second term, and bit 16, which is for this, and bit 13, that is this, and this don't care, constant. And then 22 and 21, therefore we have 22 bits to set to 1 and 20 bits to set to 1. 20 comes here, comes from here, and 21 bits comes from this term in this polynomial. So we have 3 polynomials. And we know that we have the bits to set to 1 based upon that primitive polynomials. So algorithm itself, basically, this is some theory, right? And then real implementation is that we have registers, bit registers, and therefore there is some particular bits are set to 1 based upon this theory. Another important bit that we are using is clock bit, clocking bit. That is a preset, 8, bit 8 and bit 10 and bit 10. Actually, this is a 9th bit, 11th bit, and 11th bit, because it counts from the bit number 0, so 0 to whatever. Having this, then we have this. This polynomial is nothing but that, and we know clock bits number 8. We know tapped bits. Therefore, that is this. That is implemented in this way. This is a hardware implementation, right? Another hardware implementation is this. Hardware implementation means it is implemented in software, and once it is done, then make a circuit. We have 3 of these. No, all different. See here, there's a blue mark. They are not different. They are different from here. Which one? Uh-huh. This? But there are some many others different, and also why they are the same? They're different registers. Why just different registers? Could be. The algorithm has not yet described. So this is a very, very important moment. Okay. So let's summarize so far. We have 3 registers where each bit may be set to 1 or 0. The theory behind that is primitive polynomials. And we have hardware. Some of the hardware, it can automatically exclusive or and exclusive or to feedback. This F means feedback. So whatever we do here, and it goes to the first bit, and last bit, that is outlet. The lowest bit, that is the inlet. So number that we have here, three operators, three exclusive operators will be fed into the lowest bit. Everything here, all three registers, we have exclusive operator, and then outcome of that exclusive OR operator is fed into the lowest bit. Same thing here. Once we push that bit here, so new bit is pushed into here, and this register has a limited and fixed size. If we push here, then what happens? This will be popped. So one bit popped from one register, another bit from that register, another bit from that register, and finally we combine them all for exclusive OR operator. And whatever we have here, that is a key. So key 1 is generated. Key 1 is generated if this is pushed by data of feedback. So if we have a feedback bits and insert into this register, and therefore everything will be shifted. So that shift comes here. So feedback shift. Feedback shift. When a feedback bits comes into our register, then all the bits are shifted. 1 bit each. Which means the highest bit will be popped out. Having those all popped out highest bits, we can apply the exclusive OR, then there is 1 bit. Finally, we generate 1 bit. We could this how many times? 224 times. Therefore, we have 224 bits generated, like here. 220 bits generated. Message to send, data to send, or voice data to send out, we split every 220 bits. We call that, in this algorithm, frame. But in general, there is nothing but packet. Okay? Ready? Okay. So broad sketch is this. If we have key, and if we have data to send, S0 and K0, so bit by bit, bitwise operator, we keep encrypting. Encryption is continuous. Okay, this is an algorithm. I want you to take a look at this very carefully. See what happens. Look at this. See what we have 3 registers, R1, R2, and R3. We have a clocking bits, C1, C2, C3. Here is an important, the clocking bits. Did I say somewhere here? Clock bits. Okay, what clock bits can do here is this. A register is clocked if its clocking bits, in this case orange, agrees with one or both of the clocking bits of other two registers. If they are the same, these are the bits, right? Here's a very, very important. C1, C2, and C3, we have 3 clocking bits. If we have 3 clocking bits, then there is the case at least 2 of them are the same, or all 3, right? Because there is zeros and ones. If you have 3, then if they are all ones, then they are the same. If they are all zeros, then they are the same, right? If as far as they are the same, what did it say here? Register clocked if its clocking bit agrees with 1. So 1 bit is agreed with 1, then 2 bits are the same, right? Then clocking is done. In this particular case, this guy is agreed with at least 1. First register's clocking bit is the same as the third register clocking bits. Second one, there's no other the same as this. So second one, register R2 is out in this first operation. Okay? So we check first the clocking bits. And if they are the same, then we shift. Which means we don't see that yet, right? We shift because they are the same. We shift this number 1. Let's see. Okay. What they want? Right, hold on. Here is this. What we will do here, the first thing is that before we shift, we need to make a room. Therefore, we take the first bit here and apply to exclusive OR. So 1 and 1 and 3, 3 ones, therefore exclusive OR is 1, right? So first 2 ones, then they are the same, therefore 0. And 0 and 1, therefore that is 1. So 1 is generated, that is here. After that, using these clocking bits, if they are the same, which means R1 and R3, right? Then we apply this exclusive OR. Okay, so we apply 0, 1 and 0 exclusive OR, then it is a 1, right? Then 1 and 1, 0. And 0 and 1, there is a 1. So outcome is 1 here. That is for feedback. So hold on. This is a little bit of animation. Oh, so 1 here. It should come first. Okay, 1 here. And this guy don't do, because this is out from the first clocking. Excuse me. First clocking, right? Because they are not, this guy, there is no agreement with others. So register R2 is out. Register R3, now it should be done. This exclusive operator, exclusive OR operator. So 1 and 0 means 1, and 1 and 1 means 0. And there is another one here. 0 and 0 means 0. So 0 is for feedback. So we have a 1 and 0. 1 here, and 0 and 1 here. This R2 is out this moment. And then we push this one into here, which means everything is shifted. This remains the same. R2 remains the same, but R1 and R1 and R3 is shifted. So those who are very good at memory, memorize this all zeros and ones. I want you to memorize this all and that all, and they are shifted. So this one here, and this one will be out. And the next moment, if they are shifted, then 0 will be here, left shifted, and 1 will be, so all bits are shifted. And finally, this 1 bit is entered. So I want you to, for example, David, I want you to see here, this 1 bit comes here, therefore from left to right for register 1, it will be 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay? Keep that in mind. Pamela. So 0 comes here, so that is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay? Let me press next. And then this one will come up here. So 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. This 0 will come up here. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Right? R2 remains the same. Because of that, because there's no shift. Only for R2. R2 is excluded from that operation. First cycle. R1 and R3. Why? Because there's a clocking bits. Now clocking bits changed. Because they shifted. In the next cycle. Before we have a next cycle, what happens? We need to apply this operator. So 0, 1, 0. Then what is next bits? 0, 1, 0. 0, 1 exclusive 0 exclusive 1 means 1, right? And 1 exclusive 0 means 1 again. So next bit is again 1. So we have 1 and 1, right? Actually, this is first and this is the second. I do not know how it comes. And then next cycle is to look at the clocking bits. So which ones are the same? Yeah, 0. No, it doesn't matter if they are the same. 0. If we have 2 zeros, then 0 bits. If they are all ones, then they are all agreed, which means all 3 registers will be shifted. There is no case that 1 register only shifted. At least 2 registers, right, 2 or 3, because we have 3 registers. And there are only 2 numbers. 0, 1. Come in. Wait. I want to finish this. Okay. So ready for next cycle? If you do this a little bit, then you understand. So next cycle is that we check the clocking bits. If there are any 2 or more bits are agreed. So 0 bits and 0 bit, register R1 and R2 are agreed, which means now we need to do feedback and shift. Okay, to make feedback data, we need to apply this exclusive OR only for those bits. So now let's try 0 and 1, 1, and 1 and 1, 0, and 0 and 0, 0. So 0 will come here. And then all 2, because they are the same here, right? So all 2, we apply this. 1 and 0, 1. So the feedback data for R1 is 0. Feedback data to R2 is 0. So watch. 1. So 0 and 1, right? 0 and 1. Now we need to shift. So which bits will be permanently out? This 1 bit here and 0 bit here and 1 bit will be permanently out, right? Because it's shifted. So this 0 will come up here and this one will come up here. So I want you to, Gaji for example, here R1, if we shift from the highest bits, all 1, 1, 1, 1, right? 1, 1, 1, 1, and 0. Low bits, Pamela, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. Register R2. David, the highest bits has 0, right? So 0, 1, 1, 1. And Chris, this will come up here. So R2, the lowest bit for R2 is starting from 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay? Ready? I wanted to memorize that. And then we'll do shift. And let's bring that up. So, Gaji, highest bit of R1? Oh, no, right? 1, 1, 0. Pamela, was it 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, right? And David, highest bits? You didn't memorize it? We can look at that quickly here. See here, from here, right? If we shift to this will be out and 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's what we had here. 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Chris, what happens here? This should come here, right? 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. And after that, we'll have a new bit of key. We apply this exclusive OR operator. 1 and 0 means 1, and 1 and 0 means 1. So another 1 comes up, right? So another 1 comes up here. So this is old, and this is new. So let's do one more time. The slide does not have. So we have to do this manually after this. So now, look at this. All 3 registers, clocking bits. What is their clocking bits? All are the same. Doesn't matter 0 or 1. We need to check whether any two registers having the same clocking bits. If they're all ones, then what happens? We need to apply this. We need to make a feedback data, right? So let's have it. Feedback data. 1 and 1 returns 0. 0, so this returns 0. 0 and 1 returns 1. And this 1 and 1 returns 0. So 0 will come here. And in this case, 0, 1 and 1 returns 1. So 1 will come here. And then R3, 0 and 1 returns 1. And 1 and 0 returns 1. And 1 and 1 returns 0. So 0 will come here. So this will be inserted, and then which one will be out permanently? This will be out, this will be out, and this will be out, and all the bits are shifted, right? So bit number is not anymore that, but which color that we can use? This. Let's use this. So this is a bit 0, this is a bit 1, bit 2, and this is now C1, right? Rather than shifting the number, I'm shifting the index in this case because I cannot change all the ones and zeros. So this is now clocking bits, and this is now clocking bits. And then this is bit number 18 and bit number 17. Same thing here. This is a bit number 21, bit number 20. This is same thing, 22, 21, and 20. Now look at this, 1, 0, and 1 clocking bits. Before we do that, then we have to apply this. So we have 1, 1, and 1. Therefore, 1 and 1 means 0, and 0 and 1 means 1. Also, we have another 1. So far we have all ones, 1, 1, 1, 1. And after that, we look at the clocking bits. 1, 0, and 1. Therefore, register R1 and R3 will be considered for next cycle. We keep doing that. If we have 4 bits, 1, 1, 1, 1, and data 4 bits, then we do exclusive OR, and that cipher will be transmitted. This key generation performs at the receiver side also. So this guy have the key, and the other guy also should have the same keys. So that can be applied to the exclusive OR operation. Then decryption is very, very straightforward and very fast, right? Okay. So let's take a break. And when you come back, what I want to do is I'm going to post this PowerPoint slide so that you can see the animation. Only for Chris. You don't understand? If it is posted for Chris, then it is blocked or everyone can see, right? Right, chat? Good to see you. Hold on. Yes. I am going to post. Listen, um, I posted two files that we just learned. This is a PowerPoint initially given. Okay, this is initially given, and another one. This is animation that I used. Okay, so this is the animation. Listen. Yeah. Okay. Um, um, that I just used in my lecture, previous lecture. This is a slide that I used, the animation slide. I just posted, so you can take a look. If I do this quick one more time, I'm going to review this quick. I don't know why you are chatting each other. It's very unpleasant classroom. Okay, listen. If you are not, then you can talk outside. That's fine with me. And again, this will be tested in your midterm. Definitely, this is one of a very important uh, the the encryption mechanism. This A5 algorithm, A51, which means this is a strong algorithm, uses three registers. So each register is built based upon primitive polynomials. And then there's some bits are set to one set to 1 means there are the bits that we want to use for exclusive operations, right? In this slide, the gray highlighted bits are the bits to be used for the exclusive OR operation, and there is a orange bit. Those are bits for clocking bits, which tells you and also indicates and determines whether this register will be taken into consideration at each cycle. How we could do that? If any 2 or more registers clocking bits agreed means having the same bit number, then those registers will be used for this calculation. So at most 3 all registered can be used, or at sometimes, in this case, this clocking bits 1 and this clocking bits 1, so register 1 and 3 will be considered. Okay, so before we do the feedback and shift, we start from this operation, exclusive OR operation. What it does is that it takes the highest bits from all the registers. So 1 and 1 and 1. If we have 3 ones for exclusive operation OR operation, then what is it? That is 1. How? We need to do 2 at a time. So 1 and 1 returns 0 because they are the same, and 0 outcome of these two, 0 and 1 will be 1. So initially we will have 1 here. Okay, that is 1, as you can see here. And after that we will consider the clocking bits, C1, C2, and C3. As we looked at earlier, register R1 and R3 are agreed based upon their clocking bits. They are both set to 1. So what happens here is that then we will apply this exclusive OR operator for register 1 and register 3. So register 1, only those bits are involved in that exclusive OR operator. So manually we can determine 1 and 0 will be 1, and 1 and 1 will be 0, and 0 and 1 will be 1. So 1 will be the feedback data. Similarly here for R3, so 1 and 0 will be 1, and 1 and 1 will be 0, and 0 and 0 will be 0. So 1 here and 0 here, that's what we can see. So we have 1 here and 0 here. This animation is already posted, so you will get the same this file, PowerPoint slide. And now next step is to shift. So register R1 and register R3 will be shifted by 1 bit. Because we already used the highest bit, so we don't need to, right? So R2's highest bits remains for another possible operations. We do not move because clocking bits for the case of R2. Clocking bits does not agree with the others. So R1 and R3. So they are shifted. So this is after shift. After shift, then we applied this exclusive OR operator. Again, 0, 1, 0 will produce another 1. And now we need to look at the clocking bits. to see if any registers having the same number. So we have R1 and R2, both have the zeros of the clocking bits, which means register 1 and register 2 will be used for feedback and shift. So we need to do feedback. Now all the numbers changed, right? Because they are shifted. So now we applied for exclusive OR operator. 0 and 1 returns 1, and 1 and 1 returns 0, and 0 and 0 returns 0. So it will be 0 for the feedback data. And we will look at the register R2. 1 and 0 returns 1. So 1 here. What did I say here? 0. So 0 and 1. 0 and 1 will be shifted. And 0 and 1 there. 0 and 1. And now we need to do this operator again for the next cycle. Then we need to take the highest bits from all three registers. So 0 and 1 and 0 means 1, and 1 and 0 means 1. Therefore, another 1. Is end up. Is it minimized? Okay. That's it. We didn't have, third. Okay. So that is it. I want you to take a look at that animation PPT slide that I posted carefully to understand the A51. A51 initially all three registers are set to 0, and the size of all three registers together is 64 bits, and each bit has a K. Each bit of K is exclusive ORed in parallel into the least significant bits of the registers. This is a least significant bits, which means the lower bits. So by having 64 bits, how many keys that we can have? 64 bits, right? So we keep doing that. 100 cycles, 220 cycles. And the mechanism for that is basically if we have data S1 and key K1, then we apply exclusive OR operator to generate the cipher, right? So we have C0. Similarly for S1 and K1, therefore we have cipher 1 and cipher 2 and so on and so forth. Okay. That is the idea. So for streaming data, streaming keys are generated, and then bit by bit operation is performed. So it is continually working. So attack, it's possible attacks, right? What happens here is that, in theory, if we have a first N key from K1 to Kn, and again K2 to K plus 1, and somewhere Km to Kn plus m, all the combination of those, then we may have some patterns. So if we keep having, this attack is only possible if we know the key, sequence of keys. Not necessarily each one of those, right? But sequence of those. This is one attack, and also space-time based attack. If you send a short message, SMS, the SMS can be also attacked. This is the packet structure of SMS. You have a message body, and there's a header. Instruction to SIM, instructions to handset, and so on and so forth. So broken user data header, so some of the header may be breaking in the SSM messages cause the crash in some Nokia phones. It required the user to put its SIM into non-affected phone and delete the offending messages. This is real attack, happened in Nokia. Another spoofing messages. Spoofing is that the sender message is manipulated in between, so the message, your message will be sent to the destinations. So it's swapped a little bit, replaced with yours. It's a possible attack. This is right. So when you have a GPRS, you may be able to practice some of this.
Yeah, look at the headers.
Yeah.
Can you capture cell phone packets that are transmitted between the cell
Oh yeah,
phone?
of course. Because we use GPRS, and then there is a Arduino Uno. Arduino Uno has there's a memory. It's EPROM memory. So we turn on the EPROM memory, and all the packets we save it. But memory size is very, very limited. So what happens is that you can disconnect, and then you open up the memory and then display, so that you can see the packets.
Does it do like Wireshark does promiscuous mode, meaning you?
Wireshark never do for
No, I'm saying
cell.
could this module on Arduino One could be used just like Wireshark in promiscuous mode, meaning it will detect packets that are not destined.
There's a all the things are possible. For example, Wi-Fi signals packets, not necessarily viewed by Wireshark, but can be captured by your Python programs and do more intelligent and powerful analysis. Yeah, that is possible. Some of our Python programs we do, but sometimes we do not have enough time. Then last time when we had that one at Manhattan, Pamela and some other students, we did a little bit of those, right? But not fully. Huh? Yeah, that is also possible. I'm not going to do that SCAPI in this semester. So tomorrow morning, 5:05, I'm going to do, yeah, this is right time that we do Python to unpack packages, unpack Wi-Fi packets. It is all hexa-coded,
Yeah.
so we need to unpack it, and then it's all bit operations. So we need to shift some bits, therefore we can interpret it. For example, version of the packets and some of the destination and origination for the IP packet and TCP packets and UDP packets. So all packets can be unpacked and analyzed by Python programs. So Python programs is powerful.
Yeah. But a single packet wouldn't give you much other than the header information. You know, the packet
And also
is-
payload, you can save the payload itself.
Yeah, but the payload is only 1,500 bytes because that's what packets is destined, you know, to.
Payload is very, very important if it is payload of password.
Yeah, true. But to get that packet in between
Yeah.
millions of packets, to get the password, then the password might be, you know,
Uh,
divided into several packets.
Another trick is as you see the payload, there's always a login payload. So when you see the login payload, the next payload is password payload.
Password, yeah.
So next packet will be the targets.
Or, you know, with Wireshark, you know, that's a log in, it's a post.
Yeah.
So you look for post packets, and then right after those, that'll be the password.
And also Wi-Fi communications, the initial authentications,
Yeah, the three-way handshake.
right? ICMP packets and those all control packets has a significant messages payload. So that is the things that you can break in.
Yeah, that's the one you want to get. Because it'll have the protocols of
Yeah.
the agreement between the access point and the node. Very good.
Any issue, any question? Other than that, we'll stop here today. And next week,